Attaining stardom is every music artist's dreams. But what happens to those who attained that stardom and all of a sudden they are nowhere to be found with no trace? Well, welcome to another episode of When They Were Stars on Sunkant Entertainment. And it's your favorite girl, Ifeoluwa Adejola. I am your host for today on this show. And you know how we do it on When They Were Stars. You know, we talk about different music artists that are nowhere to be found. Some are actually still trying. They are struggling, to meet up stardom and to meet up their initial charm. But all of a sudden, they are nowhere to be found. That is basically what we are going to be talking about on the show. And today I have two beautiful guests, one beautiful and one handsome. Let me just hold it right there. Anyways, we are going to be discussing about a popular music artist who was blooming, was everywhere while he was still in the limelight, but all of a sudden, he just paused. Maybe he took an hiatus, or maybe it was his personal decision, or different reasons behind his fallout. That is basically what we are going to be discussing on the show today. And before I introduce my guests, let's go on a quick break. I'll be right back. Don't go nowhere.
We're gonna be singing along. So I want everybody to get loose. 1, 2, 3, let's go.
Welcome back, guys. Well, I have my guest already in the studio.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
What's your name, please?
My
Or
name
should I
is-
introduce you?
Anyhow you want it.
Please introduce yourself.
My name is Taiwo Adegoke. I'm a public health worker. I specialize in community health and also a music enthusiast and a humanitarian to the core. Thank you for having me here.
Thank you. And you?
Well, my name is Ifeoluwa Daniel. I'm a digital marketer, a social media manager, and I create content.
Content creators. We have so many content creators in this generation.
Yeah.
Good to have you guys here in the studio. Thanks for joining me. And I'm sure we're going to have fun during the discussion, right?
Sure.
Obviously.
Anyways, we're going to be looking at a super talented artist. You all will agree with me that this guy is a super talented artist. He's none other than Reekado Banks. Reekado Banks, where are you? Well, Ayoleyi Aniel Solomon, popularly known as Reekado Banks, is a Nigerian singer, songwriter. Reekado Banks joined the Mavens record in 2013, signing with Don Jazzy. His breakthrough single, Turn It Up, dropped in 2014, followed by Catapult in 2015. He has released several singles and albums. Notable releases include Oluwani, Standard, Easy, Like, Blessings on Me. However, there have been a subsequent and gradual decline in Reekado Banks' music career, and this has left us with the question, what is going on with Reekado Banks? So first of all, I would like to establish the fact, let us establish the fact that Reekado Banks is a talent.
Sure.
Yes,
sure
he is obviously. He is, because he has, according to him, he feels like everybody has their own tastes in music, not just producing a particular regime of music. He believes everyone has a taste. So I think a part of him is really an entrepreneur. If you look at it very well, because he really wants to satisfy his customers. Yes.
Nice,
She has gone into the business world already.
Yes, because he wants to satisfy. It means that he's not just producing music. Fine, he's a songwriter and a musician, but he really wants to satisfy. He wants to know his target audience, who they are. So that makes him a real entrepreneur, as for me.
In the music industry.
Yeah.
But truly, if you say he's an entrepreneur is one that would see a platform where he's thriving and not opt out of it so easily. You get? So an entrepreneur is not someone that should just come at me.
Exactly. You don't have to like come. You know, this is already something
This
you've
is something
established for
you have
yourself,
established.
like a niche for yourself,
Exactly.
and you have to like keep running
Running
it, a smooth running.
Exactly.
Okay.
So if you call him an entrepreneur, you see some sectors where this is it. Let me put it that way. This is it. And then you are opting out saying that because of whatsoever, I don't know, but you are coming out from a record label that is making you come into the faces of people. You get? So I will not say
as far as
that's
I'm
an entrepreneur
concerned,
mind.
Reekado Banks is an entrepreneur.
I will not call him an
Wait,
entrepreneur.
let me make my point known, in the sense that it's not easy to build, right?
Yeah.
He was with
Don
Don Jazzy and co, right?
True.
And I find he made it to the limelight.
Yeah.
But you know, in entrepreneurship, there's a stage that you get to, and then you feel like you need
You
to
want to
build.
break
You need
out.
to take a break. You can't say he opted out because he's not dead. So we have not seen the end of Reekado
Reekado
Banks.
Banks.
The break could be he's undergoing a training. It could be that he's undergoing a mentorship that requires some amount of time for him. He might be building in silence. Doesn't just want the multitude to know what he is building in silence. As far as I'm concerned, because I'm a business person too.
No
So there are
wonder.
times-
That's where that entrepreneurship is coming from.
Because there are times that you know that okay, I'm doing fine, but I actually need to put some systems in place to do more better, to have a high yield of productivity. So you can't tell me that he just opted out. It might just be a break. Who knows, maybe he's even suffering from any kind of disease or something, and then the pressure is much. You know, he could be going through mental health challenges, right? That he doesn't want the crowd or the masses to be aware of. So we can't say that he opted out.
Can I take a place you said that?
Please go ahead.
Okay, you said something about building or going low key to go and bring in something. There's one thing I understand basically in business is that as long as your people want something, there's a drive that even though you are bringing low key, there is still the picture that we are seeing, that we are awaiting. So you could, as a business person, it's so okay. Will I say I'm Amazon now because I want to bring down something now, and I go down.
You know, everything for you.
Everybody is just wondering where is Reekado Banks? Where did he disappear to?
For you to actually
How?
be perfect in a particular skill, you need training, and that is
Sure,
what makes
you
you
need training.
distinct.
But actually, you can be going
unique.
through training from the onset.
Could be going through training, but it might need that time. You don't know the kind of training he's going through. You don't know how intense the training is. So we can't really say, okay, maybe he's weak. Cause I don't see that as a weakness. I feel he's going through a training process that he needs to really be concentrated, 100% concentrated.
So are you saying while he was in the record the Mavins record label, like he has not received the training he wanted,
needs.
or he
Exactly.
needs to be sustainable, to be
in our faces.
Exactly.
Okay, you know, for every action you take, there is always a vision, right? So his vision might have changed, right? From okay, I don't want to
doesn't want to do music
the
anymore.
Mavin's record style of music again, right? I want to make it like an international musician. So it is very possible.
Mavis is not international.
I'm not saying Mavis is not international, but we all have vision. We all have what we want to achieve.
But he can thrive with
So
the
you
vision
can
he
try.
has
And then he already
on
left
Mavis.
Mavin's record, I think 2018 or thereabouts.
Yes.
So you don't know what is.
so let's see it this way. It was in the Mavins record and it was thriving,
Yes,
and
it
it was
And we're
there.
pushing.
You know, Don Jazzy is well known for pushing his artists out there,
Sure.
bringing them to our faces, pushing their music to our
Yes,
ears. That
yes.
you, even if you don't like this artist, you must actually listen to their song. So in Reekado Banks aspect, Reekado Banks really thrived when it was in the Mavins record.
Exactly.
So outside that box, outside the contract, is he not supposed to like do more?
leverage on it.
Don't
And
forget that
again, he did not have any issue with Don Jazzy. Can't he still leverage on that
On the
connection,
influence.
on that
That's what we are
influence
saying.
with Don Jazzy?
you can't say that maybe because it was thriving in Mavin's record. You know, he's just building up, and it needs time. It needs time. It needs time to build. You can't just expect him to start a record label today and then bam, he's at the limelight again. So I believe he's undergoing some trainings, and I feel he's building in silence.
But after building in silence.
Yes,
Okay.
baby move.
I think you are Ricardo
Silence.
Banks.
I'm
You are
telling
you are Ricardo Banks' sister
Hold
that you
on.
know the silence. What is the in silence? Well, Ricardo Banks, after he left Don Jazzy's
Jazzy.
record label, he dropped some hit songs. Are you aware
Yes.
about that? Are you aware about that?
Yes, I think he dropped one, and that was when the brother was out of his record label.
Like his
Because the brother used to be
management
his manager, and then I think the brother left the record label, and after then I've not had anything concerning the bank's music.
So what do you think was the challenge for him?
Well, I can't really say, because for every field of study or every field of profession, there's always a pressure, and it depends on how you can manage it. Because we are not seeing him and we do not know what he's going through right now. We can't say, okay, maybe he has some health challenges, maybe he had some mental health issues, maybe he has some personal issues that he has not even figured out by himself. So we're not in the music industry, so we don't really know what is going on down there. So you might just not want to talk about it on social media. I know people bully people a lot these days. You're talking to someone on phone concerning your personal issues, and then the person is recording it
That's
just to
true, yeah.
just to make you something else
So
on
true.
social media. It is not safe at times to have some conversations on phone. So you might not just want to let anyone know what is going through, so that nobody would come again tomorrow and put it on the social media like, this is what Ricardo Banks was going through at this point, and then send the records on social media, and then the whole issue now becomes something
Talk of
else.
the show.
Talk of the show, hot topic of the town.
That's true. The last hit song he dropped was Ozumba Mbadwe, and
Yeah,
it
I
was
saw it.
like everyone's anthem, Ozumba Mbadwe. And it's like a location in Lagos, so like everybody was singing the song, and that was his last hit song. I think that was 2021 or 2022. So is there like a comeback for him that can top his hit songs? Do you feel there are measures he can take to come back?
Maybe he has to just find out because when there's a quote that says, when there is no problem, then there is no solution. So it means that he has to find out what the problem is, and then walk up to people that are the definitive point of care to take care of that for him. And then when he's back, he's fully charged. It can come up again, and then
She
it
said
can
fully
move on.
charged.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's times that you're just
True.
mentally drained. You can't really know. You can't really say this is what is, wrong. But yes, it's very true.
Well, moving on. So like, what are the measures you think he can adapt or adopt to like meet up with the new music standard? The music industry standard now.
Cliche music.
Okay, I feel the first thing is, if he finds out he's not just fine personally, because you have to be in a sound mind for you to actually
You're just talking about being in sound mind.
Yes, because it's a lot.
One thing I believe in is
these days a lot of things are actually depressing personally.
Sure.
Do you understand? So if you're not, you cannot.
You are in that space,
think.
if you're in that kind of space, one thing I understand about that kind of space is that you should know that these things will actually drain you mentally. So
Okay.
you are focused on where you want to be
So are you
and how you
telling me
want
now?
to deliver. Not
Like
the
they say,
fact.
don't focus on the crowd.
Don't
Focus on.
Wait,
Where you are going.
are you telling me now that
Yes.
it is only in music industry that we have pressure?
It's not only in music industry. There is ministry. There is several things.
Are you a
several
minister?
things. There-
Let us know.
even
Tell
as an
us.
influencer too, you have pressures too. But
Definitely.
there are certain things that a man should know, that whatever you are doing, focus on it and forget the fact that it's going to drain you mentally. I'm the firstborn of my family.
Okay.
There's a lot of pressure that this guy should get married. You should allow
Sharp money.
you should have money. But
Bills.
but the focus is that those things will come. But as we push further in learning, relearning, unlearning, and making good things come out from ourselves, that's what will make us to come back to be. For Reekado Banks, I believe that if he knows these things, nothing will push him
You
out.
know,
And
let's-
if he
let's-
knows these
you-
things,
you- when you are
Let's
just
look
saying
at
if he knows
let's
these
let's
things.
look at this in, sorry to cut you short,
Sure.
but let's look at this in promotion aspect to like
Exactly,
round
to
to round this off.
So
So let's look at it in promotion aspect. What are the measures in promotion aspect you can adopt?
promotion aspect, go back to Mavis record.
Eh?
That's it.
I don't feel
That's
he needs
it.
to go back
If
to
he
Mavis
can,
record.
if he can, he
because
should go back, because
don't
Mavis
think so.
is they have this influence. You get, they have this
I'm
influence.
not saying they don't have
this
influence,
promotional
resources
values.
and all that.
They have
but
they have everything.
So going back to Mavin's record is your own
It's my
solution
own
for him.
solution for him.
for me,
He
I
should
don't
go back to
believe
where it's
he
coming
can
from.
He can always go back to me if he wants, not because of pressures. But I believe you that you've made up your mind that you want to stand on your
Or you should
own.
do what is called franchise.
You should.
Partner with Mavin's
You could
record.
go with partnership, and then you should be able to.
So-
Okay, since you said you want to just stand on your own, you need to
cannot
train.
stand
You
on
need a
his
lot
own.
of. Why would you say he cannot stand on
cannot.
his own?
Because
Okay,
it
why
will
is
take
Don
100
Jazzy
years
standing on his own?
So for him to build.
No, it's not.
He
I
said so.
disagree. I
It will-
disagree. No.
Seriously, do you know how many years Amazon took to build their company? Do you know
He
how
could do
many
that
years
too.
Mavins used to build their company?
Hey, he could
So
do that.
he should
What
go
makes
back.
somebody
Either
to
he
be
should
able
go
to
back
achieve
and
so
say,
much?
Baba, Ejo, Shanu mi o, help my life. Or he should speak to what's his name? To
Biscuit?
Mavins,
To Don
to the
Jazzy.
directorate of Mavins or the managers, and say, okay, please, can we cross this deal?
But
You
they are
get.
not having issues, so
They are
that's
not,
a very
exactly.
simple thing.
So
So maybe
he
it's like a
can-
personal
Officially,
decision.
Officially,
Exactly.
they are
Officially
not-
send a letter. See, Baba, I want partner with you. What and what? And then you see that Reekado Banks will come back. But if he doesn't do that,
You
100
cannot
years.
come back.
I disagree.
Well, Daniel said so that
I
Reekado
disagree.
Banks, for Reekado Banks to come back to the limelight, he should go back to Mavin's record. Well, that's the
Exactly.
solution for him, like his own
There are so
personal
many
solution.
competitions. so
But I
Rachel.
think there are so many measures to like take to come back. And actually, he's a fresh and young
Young
artist.
and vibrant.
So yeah, he can still come back, since he came back with Ozumba Mbadwe after leaving
Left,
the
yes.
Mavin's record. He can still come back with other hit songs,
He
to
can.
top charts.
Reekado
and-
Banks,
and
you
still-
can.
And
This is me supporting you here.
I'm
You
not
can.
supporting him. oh.
You can.
we have Reekado Banks' wife here, but
I'm
then
not his wife.
Ricardo Banks can still be relevant, and he's still relevant in a way, but it's just that the pace is
Slow.
very slow and all of that. But anyways, I wish Ricardo Banks well, and I hope that
I hope
he
he
comes
comes
back.
back.
And I'm very, very sure he's going to come back.
I
Well,
pray.
guys, thank you for coming. Thank
Thank
you for the
you.
discussion.
Thank
It
you
was
for
all
having us.
fun. And thank you so much, guys. I know when I call you next time, you're going to answer me or you'll not answer me.
why
Why
not?
Sure. Why not?
Anyways, guys, that's how far we can go on today's show. That's it on today's episode of When They Were Stars on Suncant Entertainment. If you have any suggestions, any thoughts about our discussion today, you can drop your thoughts in the comment section. We'll be there waiting for your comment. Please do also follow us on all our social media platforms streamed right on your screen, and subscribe to our YouTube channel and tap on the notification bell. Please do not forget that. And until I come your way next time, next episode, I remain your host, Ifeoluwa Adejola. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.